Hello, my name is Dian from Group 3. Today I want to tell you about my material, audiolingual method and silent way method. First, I want to tell you about definition. The audiolingual method is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes the use of hearing and speech of the primary means for learning. This method was popular in the mid-20th century and is often used in language teaching, especially foreign language. The focus in developing oral and auditory skill through repetitive practice, simulation, and language patterns. This approach views language as a habit to the practice similar to the way young children learn their mother tongue. The silent way method is a language teaching approach developed by Caleb Caterno. In this method, the teacher acts as a facilitator who prioritizes in the student role in learning. Students are encouraged to actively create language structure by using whiteboard and color bar to present grammar concepts. The importance of silence lies in the student involvement in discovering language rules on their own. With the teacher providing minimal guidance, this method emphasizes intuitive understanding of language concepts and principles through student exploration. In the act of developing in-depth understanding of language structure. The audiolingual method has some key principles. First, repetitive practice. Use the preposition to reference language skill. Students repeatedly practice specific structure and vocabulary. 2. Imitation. Students are asked to imitate sound models provided by the teacher or audio material. The aim is to develop correct pronunciation and intonation skill. 3. Language patterns. Focus on common patterns in language so that students can recognize and use this language structure fluently. 4. Use of audio and visual. Audio and visual material such as sound recording, picture, and multimedia material are used to aid language comprehension and acquisition. 5. Focus on oral skills. This method emphasizes in this development of oral and auditory skill more than written or reading skill. These principles are designed to create a learning environment similar to the way children learn their first language, which is through exposure to and use of language in meaningful contexts. The silent way method has several key principles. 1. Teacher as facilitator. The teacher acts as a facilitator or leader, providing minimal guidance and giving students the opportunity to discover language rules on their own. 2. Use of visual aid. The use of visual aids such as whiteboard and color bar to present grammar concepts. Students actively participate in manipulating the aids. 3. Silent. In some situations, teacher favors silence to give students the opportunity to create their own language structure without interruption. 4. Active student role. Students are enabled to explore and experiment on their own, discovering language role through interaction with teaching, material, and fellow students. This principle aims to give students the freedom to explore and understand language more independently, with a focus on using language in relevant communicative contexts. To implement the audiolingual method in the classroom, you can follow this step. 1. Selection of audio material. Use voice recording, songs, or authentic dialogue to improve comprehension and oral fluency. 2. Repetitive practice. Design repetitive practice activity such as repetition of language pattern or vocabulary. 3. Sound imitation. Model clear and correct sounds. Let students imitate the sound to improve pronunciation and intonation skill. 4. Use of visual material. Support learning with the use of image or visual that support student understanding of the audio material. 5. Role-playing and simulation. Engage students in role-playing and simulation activity that create real communicative situation. By following this step, you can create a learning environment that supports the audiolingual method in the classroom to improve student oral skill. To implement the silent way method in the classroom, here are some steps you can follow. 1. Setting learning objective. Set clear learning objective for the season or series of lesson. 2. Teacher role as facilitator. The teacher acts as facilitator, providing minimal guidelines, demonstrate the use of visual aid, and give brief interaction, providing opportunity for students to explore on their own. 3. Student exploration. Provided the opportunity for students to explore and create their own language structure. 4. Activity variation. Use a variety of activity including games, manipulative exercise, and creative challenge to maintain student interest. By following this step, you can create a learning environment that supports the silent way method in the classroom, giving students the opportunity to be active in the learning process and understand language structure deeply. Advent of the audiolingual method. 1. Focus on oral skill. This method is effective in developing student oral and auditory skill, enabling them to communicate and target language more fluently. 2. Repetition for reinforcement. Repetitive exercise can help students reinforce language patterns and vocabulary through repetition, similar to the way children learn their first language. 3. Ability to use language structure. Students can develop the ability to use language structure automatically through consistent practice and repetition. Disadvantage of audio language. 1. Lack of focus on concept understanding. This method tends to pay less attention to concept understanding and in the deep grammar explanation which can hinder deep understanding. 2. Lack of creativity and individual expression. Advent of the silent way method. 1. Development of problem-solving skill. Students are expected to create their own language structure, develop problem-solving skill, and intuitive understanding. 2. Encouragement of linguistic awareness. This method can enhance student language awareness as they are actively involved in their language exploration process. 3. Flexibility in learning. Teacher can tailor learning to student individual need and ability level, allowing for more personalized learning. Disadvantage of the silent way method. 1. Not suitable for all contexts and students. This approach may not be suitable for all types of students or in all learning contexts, especially for those who need more direct guidance. 2. Limitative in concept understanding. So that's all for me. Thank you for attention. Have a good day.